What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Mace coming back to you for another video, and this one, who else benefits from the Dutch cycling infrastructure? Let's take a look. I'm also a rapper and producer. You can find my music on streaming, Spotify. I'd be honored, absolutely honored, if you would take a listen, but you don't have to, obviously. Cycling is obviously hugely beneficial for the environment, for people, for society, especially if it's efficient and it works and the infrastructure is there and it exists. I am interested to find out who benefits exactly from the Dutch cycling infrastructure. Like, are we just talking about secondary benefits, I guess? Or just additional benefits, I suppose. All right, let's check it out.
The Dutch cycle tracks are of course great for people cycling. They are safe enough for small children, and they are so...
Like the bike lanes are so amazing, and they look so incredible because the bike lanes here are so narrow, and they're such a second thought. Like, honestly, the cars are the ones that dominate, and you always feel unsafe here when you're biking because drivers, number one, they don't give a crap, or at least they don't really show any sort of caution. They'll just whip around you, and you really don't get the sense of being safe when you bike here in Canada, and that's kind of sad. Hence, probably why our culture wears so many helmets as opposed to the Dutch, where cycling is really seen as like a beneficial activity and also an efficient mode of travel and commuting. And it's looked upon safely because the people driving the cars are also cyclists, and they understand that they have little protection, and you don't really need a helmet unless you're going to get hit by a car. And then you definitely want a helmet, but yeah.
So safe that children only slightly older can cycle around unsupervised. Even going fast, as an avid cyclist, is also no problem on a well-designed cycle track. They can be used by young and old, but the cycle tracks are good for other reasons too. They offer unexpected protection.
Good job, ladies.
This little boy can run around freely, which he could never have directly next to fast-moving motorized traffic.
I really like this guy's voice. I feel like I'm watching like a Richard Attenborough documentary to some degree. And the Dutch are built different when it comes to the cycling stuff. I gotta say, they gotta figure it out. You guys gotta figure it out, and I love to see it. But he's got a very relaxing voice. I could listen to him talk about anything.
And this guy must think the cycle tracks were especially built for him. But there is a large group of people who really benefit from the cycling infrastructure in the Netherlands. People with disabilities use them to go from A to B, giving them a huge freedom. Because with special vehicles adapted to their specific needs, they can get out by themselves in safety. Even in the center of the cities, in heavy traffic, the cycling infra makes it safe for them too. With some supervision.
Yeah, cycling, healthy physical activities are so important for people, especially as they age. And I think we need more emphasis on that, especially in our society here. Like, if we can get more people on board with physical activity and keeping themselves in good shape, because at the end of the day, the health or your health is the number one thing, right? Money, who cares? Like, all of these other things, career, money, like, it's all secondary. It's all tertiary to being healthy. Because if your health declines, that's it. You're done, man. You're gone. You're out of here. You can't do the things that you love to do. So you really need to... health and physical fitness is so important. So important. Let me know your physical fitness routines in the comments, other than cycling.
Or little help, disabled people in the Netherlands enjoy great freedom to get out.
So you have the additional benefits of, disabled people being able to use these lanes, these bike lanes. You get older people getting out, getting physical exercise, and also mental health benefits from just being outside in nature and the trees and the fresh air. So it's great.
And to a very high age. Some of the vehicles could also be used on the road.
I was going to say, is that's a tiny little car.
But most of the mobility scooters are perfectly okay to use on the cycle tracks. The mobility scooters go almost as fast as people cycling, and the width of the average cycle track in the Netherlands is enough to overtake them if necessary.
It's great. I love to see it, man. You know how much that would warm my heart to see more of our elders getting out and supporting them? That's something that I want to get into and figure out how I can volunteer my time to. I want to volunteer time and go hang out with some of the elders in our society. People that might not have family that visits very often, or they might not have that much social engagement. And if they're feeling any little bit of loneliness, if I could alleviate that by just hanging out with them. I've really been looking at a lot of volunteer opportunities lately, whether it be like a Big Brother volunteer situation. I already work with, underprivileged members of society, and I find it hugely rewarding. And I want to I want to volunteer more of my time, if I can, than I already do. And we need more of that. We need more community connection. Sometimes we can lose face of that with social media that's kind of exploding exponentially and changing the ways that we communicate and interact with each other. Like, it's a different landscape than it was 2 decades ago. Things have changed very, very quickly, and we're still navigating that. But we always need to keep in mind that we're in communities and we need to get out into the communities. And all of the micro interactions that you have on a daily basis, all of the people that you meet, all of the people that you speak to, that you look in the eye, that you have a conversation with, you have the opportunity to make a difference in their lives. And all of these micro interactions across a society, they make up the glue that's going to hold that society together, that's going to bring about, a society that's compassionate and communicative and empathetic towards each other. Instead of all of the social media 140 character insults and memes and people just being nasty on the internet. It's cliche, but we need more simple human interaction. And we need to give less of our time to these social media giants. And look, I'm running a YouTube channel. You're watching my video. Like, we're using the social media channels, but at least we're not worried about, let's get on to the next thing right away. I feel like my channel, that's why I'll stop and rant for a couple minutes. People that are going to click away are going to click away. But the people that are going to watch, I hope that we can all learn something together and you can take something from what I say in my videos and apply it to your life. I'm no expert in anything, but everybody's an expert in something. I'm not an expert in communications. I'm not an expert in Dutch cycling, but I'm learning more about it. Infrastructure, city planning, just life in general. And that's the thing. Everybody's an expert in something. So you always assume that somebody you're talking to knows something that you don't. And they might be able to illuminate a certain idea that you never thought about before. So they might change the way you think about a certain idea. So give people your time and actively listen to them. Don't be passive when you're listening, because people catch on to that very, very quickly. And it doesn't feel good to be talking to somebody and, they're on their phone, right? So just be careful. I think we all should be wary of the time that we're spending on social media and how that adds up and how that can take away from some community engagement. Look at this person. They're using the bike lane. They're out in nature. This video is old, mind you, but I'm sure the same thing is happening today. And I'm hoping it's in 100 years, there's still people getting out in nature. No cell phone, no cares, no watch on their hand, no time, just loving life. Getting groceries. It's definitely great because elders, they need independence, and that can make a huge difference in their lives. So I think this is great. They're able to utilize the safety of these bike lanes. Those bike cops. Look at that, getting the exercise, getting their arms pumped up. Whew. Flex your stuff, man.
The cycle tracks offer great opportunities to get out into nature and to have some physical exercise,
Yes,
or at least
yes.
some fresh air, even when you are a little less able. And of course, you can go with a friend too.
Hey. Catching a ride, eh? Look at that. Doesn't that look relaxing and peaceful? Well, what a beautiful video that was, wasn't it? It's kind of inspired me. It's inspired me. You know what I learned today? I learned that I'm inspired by cycling. I told you guys that I got my bike out. I'm tuning it up. I'm going to start commuting to work. I am contemplating getting an e-bike. To end the video today, which I have not done this in ages. This is why I want to do this. I'm going to do a freestyle for y'all. You ready? Hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. One. I really like cycling because it heightens my senses. Did I mention it releases tension? When I'm on a mic, I gotta do it right. When I'm in the kitchen, you know that I'm gonna make something that you're gonna wanna take a bite of. You know that I'm coming through in spite of all the delays in the past. I gotta put it on blast, and yes, I spit fast when I'm on a microphone. You know that I am in the zone, and I am never gonna stop. And yet, you know I'll take you home because I am the sickest with this. I'm ridiculous when I spit this quick. Yes, I do this quick. Let me grab it, I gotta have it, I gotta take it, mold it and take it and shape it. Y'all know that I'm escaping, I'm going to the sky like Superman. I got a Superman. Can you understand that I am the man? And I will never stop cause I got to do what I wanna. You know that I'm a runner when I am in the water. I hope y'all will understand that I wanna excite you. I wanna help you escape from the cave. I wanna borrow your sorrow until tomorrow. You can give me some of yours, I'll borrow. Y'all know that I'm sick with this, I'm so nice, especially when I'm on the mic device. Line it up with the snares, line it up with the kicks, line it up with this, line it up with cycling with your kids, line it out in the nature, line it up. I'm stating my case when I'm on the mic. You're looking at my face right now, and I'm rhyming with the perfect timing. It's like a diamond that you found in the rough. This is some type of stuff that's funky. When I'm on a mic, yeah, I'll be like chunky, maybe a monkey. Left, right, left, height, chef.